There are two different kinds of motion, uniform motion and accelerated motion. Uniform motion is also known as constant velocity. An object travels with a constant speed in a straight line. An acceleration is any other kind of motion, speeding up, slowing down, or changing direction. This particular experiment will give you an opportunity to observe both uniform motion and accelerated motion. But more than that, as the second experiment of this course, it gives you a chance to think about how data is collected, how it's organized, and what you can learn from graphs of data. So without any further ado, let's consider how we are going to measure and graph both uniform and accelerated motion. The materials for the experiment are a ramp, a marble, a meter stick or equivalent, and a timer. Here is an example of the motion for this experiment. We will use the data to examine both the uniform motion of the marble on the flat surface and the accelerated motion on the ramp. For uniform motion, as the marble rolls past a certain mark on the meter stick, record the time. Use multiple trials for each mark to find an average time. Alternately, decide on the time of travel and identify the average location of the marble from a number of trials. In either case, start the clock when the marble is on the flat surface, not on the ramp. If the motion of the ball on the flat surface is uniform, then a graph of position versus time should be a straight line, with the slope of the line the marble's constant speed. Accelerated motion will focus on the motion of the marble on the ramp. First, measure the time it takes the marble to travel certain distances from rest to the base of the ramp. Next, find the speed at the bottom of the ramp by finding the time that it takes the marble to travel a certain distance on the level surface. If the acceleration of the ball on the ramp is constant, then a graph of velocity versus time should be a straight line, with the slope of the line the marble's constant acceleration.